Well, our social media team at the India Today group actually came up with that first and now being taken up by the Aam Aadmi Party. But really, the manner in which this battle has also been fought on social media is very interesting because the BJP has a very well-organized team of social media workers. With a far smaller team, you've been able to run circles around them.
Well, Rahul, that's the difference between a worker and a volunteer. That's the difference between a cadre and a volunteer. The Aam Aadmi Party's volunteers are...
They have cadres too. Now, just in your moment of glory...
But the kind of volunteers, the enthusiasm, the volunteerism, the selfless service that we've seen, I've been seeing this for the past 3 years now. It's just overwhelming, and we have a very limited force. If you were to break it down into numbers, we just have a handful of people who are running the social media team. The BJP has professionals. They have in-house professionals. They have outsourced this to various, brand management consultants, PR consultants, and etc. The Aam Aadmi Party does everything in-house. We have only a bunch of volunteers that run the show, and it clearly shows. If you were to look at the analysis and the statistics, that the volunteers of the Aam Aadmi Party have essentially written off the BJP's cadre and the BJP social media team, and it's huge. It's huge.
He's just so happy, and this is a moment where he really needs to be happy.
Absolutely.
If you were advising the BJP, Dr. Lahiri, what do you think they need to fix to be able to take on this resurgent now?
No, that's a long agenda, and I don't think BJP is going to ask me for that advice. But I'll tell Aam Aadmi Party a different thing. See, 3 elections in less than 2 years. 2 years, isn't it? 2 years is a different thing than 3 elections in 15 years. Now you can have from the agitational mode to end this election. I'm not taking away anything from your achievement. It's a phenomenal achievement. But sustaining a party on the basis of volunteers over time will become more and more difficult.
I agree, sir. I certainly agree. That is why the Aam Aadmi Party now has to find solutions with a extremely problem-solving approach, and how to sustain this momentum, sustain the volunteerism in the party, and sustain this this robust organization building activity that we've done in Delhi. How do we expand? How do we go forward? How do we?
Is there a fear as they get down to governance that party building objective will be lost because there's no immediate election to look at?
No, but they have, I think, from the announcement that I have got, I'll be very surprised if Aam Aadmi Party does not put up candidates in elections in other states. So I think they will go on twin track. One is governance here, the other is building up the party. And
that's interesting.
And that transformation from volunteerism to a cadre-based party will be a huge...
That's interesting. I'll ask Raghav that question about where they intend to contest next. But before that, I want to go across to my colleague Smita Sharma. She's standing by at the media arcade, giving us a sense of the media jamboree here at the Ramlila Maidan this morning, covering this big festival of our democracy. Smita.
Tricolors and patriotic songs. The ambience here at Ramlila Maidan reminds one of 15th of August and 26th of January. Right behind me, of course, that stage, the dais, where Kejriwal would, of course, be taking oath as Delhi's Chief Minister. Arvind Kejriwal is expected to leave his residence in Kaushambi around 11 o'clock, reach here by 11:45, and the swearing-in ceremony begins at 12 in the afternoon. Behind the stage, of course, to its left, you can see the Delhi Stock Exchange area. Also in front is the Zakir Hussain Delhi College. This area, of course, has a lot of important buildings around. There's Sanchar Bhavan. In fact, in some of the buildings, snipers would be posted. Security is absolutely upright. This is the special area that has been built for all media persons. As you can see, several camera units, of course, deployed here. This equipment that we are showing you is called the Jimmy Jab, or the Jimmy Dab, in fact, which gives you an aerial shot of the ground. In fact, Aam Aadmi Party, which has several former journalists who joined its rank and file, fought elections to Manish Sisodia, who will be swearing in as the Deputy CM, was a former journalist too. They also have arranged for a multi-camera setup to give you the best possible views from the ground, which has a seating capacity of several thousand. People already streaming in, filling up the chairs in good numbers. Of course, we will get you all the visuals and all the developments from here in Ramlila Maidan through our team of reporters and special broadcast. Here at the Ramlila Maidan, with VJ Alok Bhatnagar, this is Smita Sharma for Headlines Today.
Bhagwant मान को.
That's very interesting. The number of people who've come in, and Raghav, you've not been able to get just the Indian media excited. You've got the international media here as well. In fact, you were just speaking to some French media crew.
Well, you see, it's such a historic day. I think it's the victory of democracy, and I hope every media house of this world would want to cover that. And
okay,
it's wonderful.
Let me speak to him. You've been trying to speak to the guests who've been coming in. You're a French journalist. Yeah. Give me your name.
Cyril Charpentier from TF1. It's a French television.
Okay, so tell us, what have you been making of the Aam Aadmi Party's victory in Delhi?
I think it's very important for India and for all the world because this is an example, like a common man from the people can be at power like that. It's incredible, definitely.
Does France have anything similar to the Aam Aadmi Party in terms of...
Definitely not. We don't have. French is a very traditional parties who win the power and rule the politics. And I think
is there any interest at all in the Aam Aadmi Party in France? Because France, I've seen some of your TV channels, they're very inward looking, they're very domestic focused.
They're very interesting by the victory of AAP party, and I think it's going to be an example for...
You were here last year as well, right?
Yeah.
So what difference do you see between last year and now?
I think now it's like maturation, you know.
Much?
It's more mature. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's going to be a good example for the national election.
It's great to have you with us. Thank you.
The reason why the entire fraternity, the media fraternity, is excited, and I've been saying this a number of times, that if I were to summarize this election, I would say that the politician has lost and the common man has won. It's the victory of the common man and defeat of the conventional, regular, traditional politician.
Great. Thank you so much, Raghav. I know there are plenty of people just waiting to catch you, so I'll let you go. Thank you very much. That was Raghav Chadda speaking to us on Headlines Today. We're going to head into a break. When we come back, more faces from the Aam Aadmi Party will be joining us. We'll be returning live